Alright guys, we are back. Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon. This is going to be possibly a very interesting Photography Talk 47, and let me expound on that. It is almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Usually, by this time of the day, this has been already filmed in a good couple hours, a good few hours. Usually I film these things about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It is almost 5. Today, the reason why I'm so late to this here is if you're in Southern California, you know we have a horrible fire. Matter of fact, the fire is about, I can see it right over here. Our mountains are on fire right now. It's a very bad fire that's going on. And a matter of fact, we are on evacuation standby. It's literally 3 blocks over. It's a mandatory evacuation. And so we're on the edge of that. Vehicles have been loaded up. The house is all packed. And we have a hotel room ready to go in case they actually pull that execution trigger and we have to evacuate. So, as I'm sitting there, I decided, boy, you know what? I'm going to unpack my camera gear and I'm going to get up here and film this while I wait. So, if I have to frantically leave here, well, you know the reason for that. But anyways, moving on. Photography Talk episode 47, guys. This week on Photography Talk, we'll discuss some of the iconic Ansel Adams photos that will be soon up for sale, incredible new features in Luminar AI, and a fancy new mobile accessories from Peak Design, and, well, much more. Now, before we get into the big news for this last week, I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in today. If you're subscribed to the channel, we really appreciate your support of the channel. And if you have not yet subscribed, we sure would appreciate you considering do so. Subscribing to the channel is just one of the steps that you have to do in order to be eligible for our monthly giveaways. And we have some pretty cool photography gear that we give away each and every month. So, hope you consider that. Now on to this week's headlines. Ansel Adams photos to be auctioned off later this year. On December 14th, Sotheby will be auctioning off more than 100 Ansel Adams images. The images are described as one of the most impressive collections of Ansel Adams work in existence. Now, the collection was curated by David H. Arrington, who has been a long-time collector of Adams' work. Now, the rarest image of the collection is Moonrise Hernandez, New Mexico. Now, this image is expected to pull in anywhere from $700,000 to $1 million by itself. The image is a gelatin silver print and is perhaps the earliest of Adams prints to come on the market. It is one of just a few of Adams' gelatin silver prints known to exist. Most of the remaining images by Adams were taken on film from 1948 and onward. Now, also up for sale is a gigantic 84.75 by 119.75 inch print of Yosemite Valley that is expected to get anywhere from $70,000 up to $100,000. Now, Adams was commissioned by the American Trust Company to create large murals, but when the American Trust Company was bought out by Wells Fargo, many of Adams' murals were sold or donated. This, well, being one of them. Now, perhaps one of the most iconic images of the collection is the Grand Tetons and the Snake River, taken on gelatin silver in 1942. Now, this image is signed and measures nearly 39 inches by 51 inches, or nearly 52 inches in size. It was taken by Adams when he was commissioned by the Department of Interior to photograph American landscapes. It is thought to be one of fewer than 10 mural-sized prints of this particular shot. Estimations are this thing's going to pull down $400,000 to $600,000. Now, in case you have a couple $100,000 just burning a hole in your pants, laying around, or underneath a mattress, and you want to bid on one of these images, check out the description below to the link to the collection on Sotheby's. Next, Peak Design drops some new mobile accessories. Peak Design has launched a system of phone cases, mounts, and accessories that are compatible with the MagSafe system in the new iPhone 12. But these accessories are made for other phones, not just the newest iPhone. Now, there are accessories like the mobile tripod and the bike mount. There's a car mount and even a wall mount as well. If you have a motorcycle, there's a mount for that. If you want a kickstand for your wallet, they got you covered there as well. The cases of these collections are pretty impressive as well. For example, the everyday case is low profile, so it doesn't really add much bulk to the phone. Well, as you can see right here, I mean, it is sleek. It is really, oops, let me take this thing off right here. I'll show you that in a moment. So you can see here, it doesn't really add much of any bulk to the phone at all. A lot of cases these days, especially aftermarket ones, and it's the reason why I always stick with Apple cases, because most of the third-party cases always add a certain degree of bulkiness and they just don't feel good in the hands. Guys, this thing feels great, and it has this kind of like fabricy, coursey background that just is easy to grip a hold of, which is really nice. And the cool part about this, it even has a soft lock built in the back of this thing that is MagSafe compatible. The case also has a hard lock system with a mechanical clause that actually allows for even sturdier lock for those occasions when you demand extra secure mount for your phone. Now, as you know, Peak Design is really known for their innovation, high quality products, which is probably no surprise why their Kickstarter blew past its goal just in a matter of a couple hours. Now I'm going to put a link in the description below to their campaign so you can check out some of these mobile accessories. Oh, and here's that little tripod. So here's a good example of this here. This is the soft lock system. As you can see, it mounts right in there. And here's that little tripod. It actually, look at this right here. Boom, boom, boom. That is stinking cool as heck right there. And so I'd show you more of the accessories, but in grabbing everything for the preparation for the evacuation here today, the other Peak Design components that I have for this are packed away in one of the boxes that is stuffed in my vehicle right now, but at least I get to show you this. This thing is stinking cool, guys. Next, Luminar AI has some impressive landscape photography tools. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about how Luminar's newest version really relies more heavily on AI than previous ones. Now, as a result, there are some really impressive machine learning tools in the upcoming Luminar AI that will make landscape edits faster and easier process. Skylum, the maker of Luminar, recently released a video, or a short video rather, that highlights a few of these new features. Now, we already knew about sky replacement AI, but there's other interesting updates that include golden hour image relighting. Now, this feature lets you relight the scene to give you more of a golden hue. Then you have atmosphere AI. Now, this is going to add atmosphere effects like fog to your image. Then, of course, there is sky AI, and this, of course, is going to allow you to swap out the sky of your image. You can adjust the horizon blending in the position of the new sky and relight the scene as needed. Then, of course, you have enhanced AI. Now, this is going to automatically balance uneven colors and lighting. And, of course, last but not least, composition AI, and this is going to automatically crop and straighten your images with a single click. Now, Luminar has been ahead of the game in terms of AI for years, but with these kind of tools coming in the next edition of the program, it looks like they are determined to stay ahead of the pack. Next, Canon's market share is on the rise. Now, we already know it's been a tough year for camera manufacturers and, well, for that matter, everyone else. But Canon is hot right now, especially in Japan, where the company is on the cusp of overtaking Sony as the top mirrorless camera company in the country. Now, when the pandemic started, we talked about how mirrorless camera sales have tanked more than 80%. However, in September, mirrorless sales have recovered to the tune of 97.8% of the volume sold in the previous September. Now, Canon is responsible for a lot of that thanks to the introduction of the R5 and the R6. In fact, Canon's sales volume increased to 34.7% of the total mirrorless market in Japan. Now, Sony's market share fell to 43.9%. The question is, will Canon continue to rise, and will its market share data in the US and everywhere else be similar on an upward trend? The data for other markets hasn't been released yet, but I'm betting it will show similar success for Canon so far this year. With this week's news out of the way, let's get to the details of our current giveaway. We have 3 awesome prizes this time: an F-Stop Dalston backpack, a Wander Dual Day Pack, and of course, the old faithful, the $100 Adorama gift card. Now guys, entering the giveaway is super simple. Step 1, like this video and subscribe to our channel. Step 2, leave a comment below. In fact, the more of our videos that you watch and leave a comment on, the more chances that you have to win. So get watching some of our other videos and leave some comments. Step 3, register on Photography Talk and introduce yourself in the forum. Now, if you have registered on the forum during one of the last giveaways, you are still eligible to win. But as I keep saying, guys, swing on by, say hello. We would love to see you. Friend, that is it. For complete details on the giveaway, including how to register on Photography Talk and how to say hello in the forum, check out the description below. Good luck. Well, there you go, guys. Photography Talk episode 47 in the bag, done and over. If you found some value in this video, do me a favor, hit that like button down below. And if you're currently not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, smash that bell to be notified each time that we come out with a new video. All right, guys, that's it for me here today. For obvious reasons, I'm going to close this one off, get my camera gear all packed back up in there, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, stay healthy and create your best shot.